Welcome back. In this tutorial, we're going to learn about additional options for creating cone primitives. We already know that we can specify the base point, set the radius, and then the height of the cone. Let's try it out. First click is the center point, second click is the base radius, and third click is the height of the cone. Activate the command again. This time right-click and scroll to 3 point. Point 1, the second point, and the height of the cone is point 3. Activate the command again. Let's right-click and select 2 point. Once again, specify point 1, point 2, and the height of the cone. For my third option, I'm going to place 2 lines to use for tangency. Activate the command again. Right-click, TTR, that's tangent radius. Specify the first point of tangency with a left click, the second point of tangency, and lastly, click to specify the radius of the circle or enter a value, let's say 1 unit. Now we're ready to set the height of the cone. Let's try a cone with an elliptical base now. Right-click, elliptical. The first 2 clicks set the endpoints of the major axis. Now the endpoint of the second axis, or minor axis. Third point sets the cone height. There's a couple more methods to explore. Let's choose a center point. Now the base radius. Now instead of just left-clicking to set the height, let's right-click and scroll to 2 point. Snap here to our first point, and snap to our second point. Now the height of my cone is equal to the length of my line. Activate the command again. Center point, radius, right-click and scroll to axis endpoint. And let's snap to this point, and here is our cone. Okay, let's pan left a little bit. Activate the command again. Set the center point and radius. Now let's right-click and scroll down to top radius. That's how we create a flat top cone instead of a pointy one. Obviously, we can build a cylinder if we want. That would mean that the top radius and the bottom radius need to be equal. For this example, I'm going to enter a value of 1 unit. Press Enter to accept. Lastly, let's set the height of the cone, let's say 5 units, and press Enter to accept. This concludes our tutorial about additional options for creating cones.